What? These are like mini game stages, maybe? Complete Gloomy Air 1, 2, and 3. Okay, I'm wondering what the mini game is, though. Anyhow, I think we should get started, and I'll be eating while I read and play. Miss Ramona's character story. We'll see how this one turns out. Whirling blooms. Smoke sings praises to memory. Finding the way back to the grave. Between glass and petals, a dream loses its way. The mask wearer. There we go. Is my camera in the right spot? It is. Okay. Sooner or later, a child's rebellious face comes around. A little storm splitting a once harmonious family with lightning and thunder. And almost every storm starts the same way, with the determination to go against the mold. Excuse me. I have like slight hiccups or inside though. With another exorcism complete, she slips away from the bustling crowd, tucks herself away in a quiet corner, and dozes off. Abandoned building? While the exorcist avoids the people, she can't escape the growing hubbub. As dawn comes, cameras flash, journalists scribble, and interviewers stand in attendance.
Oh.
Huh, that's weird. The exorcism's over. Why are there still people gathering outside? She adopted the habits of a night shift worker at an early age, which by now has made her a full-fledged night owl. Being woken up like this is hardly unusual for her. I need some more shut-eye. Two sets of footsteps echo down the dim hallway. At this hour, anyone coming here is either a ghost or someone curious about the exorcist herself. So this is where our spectacular exorcist neighbor, Ramona, did the ritual. Judgmental young man. Figures she's a fraud. There's nothing here at all, and to think those journalists outside are calling it a miracle for some family of exorcists. Didn't you say earlier Ramona was the real deal? You still sure about that?
But it's in the newspapers, so there must be a reason.
That's some dry humor you've got there. My papa says these days, the only people who make the news are the dead and those guys in masks. Masks?
Metaphorically and literally.
Metaphorically and literally. I heard during exorcism they paint patterns on their faces to make them look like masks. Just some cheap theatrics. Voices grow closer from the shadows. The exorcist hears every word, clearly. She parts her lips and quietly answers their guesses, or rather their misunderstandings. False.
But
if it's all a scam, why would the city go to all this trouble to hire her? Heard they paid her a lot. Truth is, it's all a publicity stunt orchestrated by City Hall. Gotta do something to get that investment money. Huh, times are changing. Paid? First I've heard of that. Amid the boys' chatter, a mix of irritation and betrayal pulls her thoughts back to 2 days earlier. City government office.
What?
Senorita Ramona, are you saying you refuse to carry out this exorcism?
See.
You heard me. No need to ask twice. This ritual is being held in the city's name. With even the mayor in attendance, just think. Senorita Ramona, if this goes smoothly, you'll be a household name overnight. Ramona's expression remains unchanged. Clearly fame and prestige are no temptation to her. Used to bargaining in matters like these, the official quickly assumes a reason for her refusal. Ah, I remember when I was your age, senorita. Back then I too preferred to do things my own way. If glory doesn't interest you, then picture this. After the ritual, merchants will donate a substantial sum and will finally be able to repair this building. Whatever it becomes, a shopping center or a textile factory, it is sure to be a boost to the economy. What do you say?
I'm just an exorcist.
I don't know anything about the economy. You're young. It's understandable that you don't see what businesses have done for Mexico. Or Mexico. Just look around. Railroads, public works, power grid. Without funding, would we have ever gotten to this point?
So...
To be frank, we don't care who the money comes from as long as it helps us bring Mexico into the modern age.
I get it.
I get it. For the city to modernize, the ghosts gotta be cleared out. Exactly. Only problem is, sensing another refusal come in, the official quickly pulls out a document. People died there. Troublemakers. We need to make a statement. This is the exorcism contract, already signed by your parents. It's perfectly valid.
No.
They signed it, not me. You've got the wrong person.
I see.
I figured you'd say as much, but your parents left the country overnight for reasons we can't disclose. It's already been announced that you'll perform the ritual. If you back out now, your family's reputation is finished. Fuck. I'm just kidding. Ramona's eyes grow even more weary. Her defiance noticeably easing, like accepting a school disciplinary notice. She takes the agreement. Those two cowards. What was that? Nothing. I'll be there.
But
Why do I keep getting pinged in my Morayman's Discord, huh? What is this giant? Okay. Wait, hold on. No, it was like the main... One of the main dudes talking in there, that's why. Interesting. Still, I heard ordinary people hire her too to calm the spirits of dead pets and things like that.
Bizarre.
That's bizarre. Our pets are Mexican too, you know. Their souls make their own way to the sun. Mictlan. Oh my god, I'm butchering these. Mictlan or Tlalocan. Just like ours do when we die, but those way to the sun. But those frauds claim they're evil spirits and destroy them before they even get there. Your papa told you that? Of course, he knows everything except how rotten those funny exorcists are. The subject of the rumors stays hidden in a corner. She shrugs them off, partly from drowsiness, partly from being used to it. I've heard it all before, but people don't know the first thing about spirits. Are you shaking?
actually,
Actually, I've been hearing someone talking this whole time. Oh. Ramona suddenly perks up. Brady cat, you're just imagining it. Besides, there aren't any evil ghosts here. I'm not sure.
I'm not sure.
He's right, it's not his imagination. I've been watching you. A voice from the darkness reaches them instantly. They turn to each other and scream, their panicked footsteps quickly echoing into obscurity.
That's odd.
It was just a joke. What's all the panic for? New footsteps sound behind her. With a sliver of curiosity, Ramona turns. On the building as well as she does, she's certain the newcomer is a living being. Oh. Figure slightly emerges from the dark, revealing shiny dress shoes, a flared skirt, and a girl's faintly provocative stare. I like how the NPCs in here, at least the main NPCs, have like actual PNGs. They're not like some, you know, generic NPC like PNG. So you really are here.
Oh?
You know me? Flat tone carries no sarcasm, yet somehow it irritates the other girl even more than if it did. Don't play dumb. I go to Ignatius? 2. Renee, remember? We're classmates?
Oh.
I remember you spoke to me last week. Renee raises a brow, satisfied. Stay away from me, you creep. Don't ever talk to me again. Pretty sure those were the words. Usually the vengeful type, Renee only frowns. Those boys just know. They're your new friends. That's a relief. At least you're not playing with ghosts anymore.
What do you want?
What do you want, Renee? This, in truth, is why Renee dislikes Ramona. Her solitary, indifferent nature makes the social struggles of her peers feel childish. I want your help. Whatever the mayor's paying you, I'll match it. I'm not getting paid for this job. What? Why? For the modernization of Mexico. There's some big ideas like that. How can you work for free? I ought to tell Mama. She'll be sure to have plenty to say about that. Her misplaced concern makes the moment awkward. Don't get the wrong idea. I'm just standing up for fairness.
I get it.
Got it. Look, I don't get why you care all of a sudden, but you should be heading home for breakfast. Lights are up, which means I gotta sleep. What? Wait! I was kind of high-pitched there because I was accidentally... I had a little hiccup coming through. Oops. Unless that's my real voice. But years of exorcist training have made Ramona light on her feet. She vaults the railing and vanishes without a sound. The truth behind the contract vanishes with her. Okay, I'm gonna turn this off for now. Yeah, I'm gonna turn that off. It's kind of cold, man. There were no ghosts in this building. The exorcism was nothing more than a pretentious trick. To be continued. The temptation of happiness. Ramona's home. It was an usually quiet morning. Ramona sets aside her great agave incense and briefly returns to ordinary life. Excuse me, I'm trying to eat at the same time. But the letters on the table nag at her like a flock of noisy... Oh my gosh, I remember these birds where I used to live. Chachalacas. Oh my goodness. I have not seen it, like, written. Oh my gosh, and I don't know how long. Decades. Maybe like 2 decades, actually. Like, actually, holy moly. I remember them. Wow, that brings back memories. The chachalacas. That's crazy. Wow. Flock of noisy chachalacas. From what I remember, they were like they were like brown birds and whatnot. They were like pretty. Damn, how big were they? They were like, they weren't small. Probably like the size of like a rooster, maybe, or like smaller, like around there, around that size or so, or a bit smaller. Some like the adults were pretty like probably around that size or whatever. But the letters on the table nag at her like a flock of noisy chachalacas. Making breakfast, washing dishes, sorting clothes she puts off, opening the envelopes with any task she can, but in the end, the bright stamp stuck to the one on top lens. As usual, inside is not only a letter, but a photograph. She flips it over, revealing familiar handwriting and Little doodles, tinged with the ambition of optimism she never inherited. We've arrived in Jamaica. Unlucky for us, this ghost cat proved too tricky. If only you were here, you'd have been able to lift the curse.
What?
Ghost cat, what's that?
Never mind.
Forget it. Probably just heard it somewhere. They can't even see ghosts. Which is exactly why they left right after signing the contract. Her parents took the commission that should have been hers and trotted off to somewhere else in the world. The Exorcist family scam continues and the consequences fall on her once again. After a moment, she opens another letter. The tidy handwriting and earnest advice seem to find a voice murmuring in her ear.
You should.
It's time you started behaving better at Saint... I'm not butchering this. Saint Ignatius? Stop telling your teachers there are ghosts sitting on their shoulders. Don't tell your classmates the truth about what's in the restroom.
Good.
But half the time, I'm not even trying to scare them.
You should.
Brenda refused requests to perform exorcisms at night. It isn't good for your health. Most people say they're busy during the day. Even if they're scared out of their minds, they still say I gotta come after dark. Besides, wasn't it you who said it was your money over anything? You're older now, and of course, have everything right to make your own decisions. But do you really want to live this lonely life forever? I still debate that, to be honest, because I've always said I don't know if I want to get married. I've said that ever since I was little. Like, since I was a kid, that I do not want to get married. And to this day, I am still not married. And I'm like... in my mid-30s. Almost mid-30s. It is lonely. But I don't mind it.
Because?
Others look down on you because you don't treat exorcism as serious work. You have no friends, no home, none of the comforts of life. This is no way to live. Worst of all, mi amor, you will always be thought of as a fraud, but your father and I know how honest you are. I'd rather stay silent before spirit than say something hurtful. It's not honesty, I just can't talk to them. I said it 1,000 times. You don't have to hear a ghost to exercise anyway. It's about skills, not chatter. Talent is destiny, mi amor. The spirit sight that never awakened in us came to you like a miracle. You must treasure it and accomplish great things.
Memento mori.
Did she just say memento mori? Destiny. We all die eventually. If anything is predetermined, it's death.
I see.
I know. I know everyone dies eventually, but you're only 15. You mustn't be so pessimistic. Even through the letter, to protect her answer, blood ties. Irritated, she crumples the letter. An action she's done so many times, it's become second nature. She's seriously telling me I gotta live... Wait, what? Lie to live a good life. Besides, what even counts as a good life? Frustration finds no answer, and worse, she has no one to talk it out with. Chachalacas! She looks at the sky outside and decides to go out and find somewhere to quiet. Mexico cities are changing quickly these days. Many people have moved into new homes, leaving some ghosts without one. Is that it? Or not? Morelos district? For nearly a week, someone has been following her. She's known for a while who it is from the footsteps alone. If she doesn't deal with them now, she'll never have any peace. Be gone! I know you're there. Come out. It's the girl, right? Yeah. As usual, the haughty confidence of her stalker causes her to appear around the corner, shiny shoes first. You're pretty observant. What do you want? I already told you. I want your help.
Not doing it.
Yeah, and I said no.
That's none of my concern.
That's none of my concern. The blunt reply leaves Ramona momentarily speechless. After all, the conversation isn't exactly her strong suit. Just drive the evil spirit out of my house, and I'll pay you a tidy sum. Name your price. No. Just kidding. I may have only been at school for 2 months, but I already know you're capable. Or do you care more about reputation? I can go all around the city singing your praises if you like. I don't care about that. Renee smooths her skirt and clears her throat as if preparing to step onto a stage. Come on, please, Ramona. Those evil spirits are causing such a ruckus that my papa is even planning to move us out of the city. Somebody can't leave. I can't. I've just made friends. If I leave now, nothing but a barren, empty future awaits me. Isn't that a bit dramatic? Maybe for everyday life, but for a performance, it's rather good, I'd say. I think I've got it to be rather convincing, don't you?
No.
That was terrible! What the? That's not what I meant. Regardless, everything I said was true. Especially the part about my friends. Probably won't understand. Ever brave and independent as you are. Memories of her upbringing catch up to her, and she feels a little bit embarrassed at her own sharpness. She steadies herself. This is hardly how you ask someone for help. You will help me, and you will like it. Anyway, I really did come to you sincerely.
No.
Was it?
I don't doubt that.
No, I don't doubt that. It's just right now people in the city are all wound up.
Perhaps.
It's probably just a wandering spirit that lost its way and ended up in your home. They usually leave after a few
I don't
days.
think we really need to
I don't think
destroy them all.
Oh. Honesty earns no trust. After all, it has never been a particularly persuasive virtue. I hear your parents have been pulling all kinds of strings to try and make you into a famous exorcist. I can help too. You make a fortune. Renee notices Ramona's eyes flicker and assumes she's reconsidering.
Get out.
This isn't going anywhere. Please step aside, Renee. I don't get it. Who would refuse terms like that? Do you hate me so much?
No.
Nah. Just exorcism shouldn't come tied to worldly rewards. Yeah, you gotta be like the Ghostbusters, man. Ramona turns to leave again. She's always been good at avoiding problems, just like when she left home after getting that letter. Wait. Things at home are just awful right now. If you fix it, I'll even be your friend. I know somewhere under there you envy people like us, those of us who have someone to spend their days with. Spoiled teen and a reclusive loner, both unaware of the sting in their words. For adolescents, this is hardly a bad thing. Amanda turns away, letting her back give the answer.
I'll be back.
You've not gotten rid of me. I'll be back. You hear me? In the distance, Ramona stops and turns around. Later, Renee will often recall this moment when the understated exorcist showed a surprising softness. Of course, Ramona herself doesn't think much at all about it. What was that?
Fine.
Fine, I'll deal with the spirit if you stop bothering me. You mean... lead the way.
Stop crying.
And quit crying, yeah? People think I scared a classmate again. Right, this way. Tee. Parrot? Uptown, Mexico City. Journalist. I'm not doubting your judgment, but we've already been burned too many times by exorcists. It would be safer to hire one we know, or have your father's associates recommend someone. Mama, it's precisely what you said the last time, and do you recall how that turned out? Mi amor, those were just accidents. At least we've had 3 peaceful nights, haven't we? The exorcist in hand stands by the door, quietly listening to their argument. Her calm refusal to argue and lack of any kind of sales pitch finally draw the mother's attention. Alright, Renee, you've convinced me now. If you'd please introduce me to your, classmate.
Ramona.
Her name's Ramona. She handled that exorcism a few days ago, the one that both solved an urgent problem for the mayor and secured reconstruction funding. Mama, why aren't you planning to interview her? What? Look of excited surprise on her face is nothing new to Ramona. She knows exactly what her thoughts are hiding behind it. Reputation, prestige, the very things hinted at in her parents' letter.
A kid?
Just a kid? I'd expected someone older. Yeah, you and the rest. People usually think I'm some kind of legendary old shaman or something.
I'm sorry.
Sorry, the spirit has caused quite the ruckus. I had to delay our interview. But since you're here, perhaps we could conduct it during the exorcism? I've already prepared an outline. A good journalist never wastes an opportunity.
Not doing it.
Sorry, senora, but I have to say no. I'm here to perform an exorcism, nothing else. Forget it, Mama. She's as stubborn as a desert cactus. You'll only get pricked. Alright, any journalist worth their salt knows to respect boundaries. I shan't ruin the atmosphere. Can I come in now? Of course! Give me 1 minute to eat my tortilla. My tortilla. Living room. The living room is bright and tidy, but books and framed paintings lie scattered across the floor. As if a scuffle happened, and the owner never had time to clean up. In the corners the light can't reach, Ramona senses something restless, something not of this world.
Oh.
If I had known your house had this many guests, I wouldn't have come. But there's nobody here? A serious setting and dry humor always lands a moment late. Ah, where are they?
Relax.
Both mother and daughter catch the note of satisfaction in the exorcist's voice at their reaction. Strangely, they don't dislike it. In fact, it makes her seem less distant. Tell me what's been happening these past few days? That you'd know just by looking? It's not that simple. Different people feel spirits differently. I need to understand how they're affecting you. Let me think. First, book pages folded themselves into paper airplanes and flew around the house. Right. At first, Mama thought it was a surprise I'd prepared for her until she realized they just kept flying around and around. Surprise. Yes, Renee has some arcanist blood. Her father and I always hoped her power would awaken someday, so I suppose in blind hope we were quick to misread some strange things. When she scraped her knee as a child, we even encouraged her to heal it with her mind alone. Naive, isn't it? Like something out of a cartoon. No one notices Ramona drift off for a moment. Tell me what else has been going on. The phonograph turns on by itself and plays music that was never recorded. I don't think the songs are beautiful. If only they didn't play in the middle of this night. All pretty typical so far. There's more! Marigolds sprout out of the floor every night. It's like it's the Day of the Dead every day in our house. The glass jars keep shattering for no reason. We've got nowhere to store candy, flour, or cookies anymore. Sounds like the spirits really don't like you. We didn't invite you here to insult us. You mentioned 3 peaceful nights. Could you elaborate? These things kept happening for a month. The only quiet nights were when an exorcist stayed awake, watching over us. Of course, she eventually left to go rest, and then everything went back to this again.
That's odd.
A month. That is a pretty long time. Small pranks, repeated behavior, and no serious physical or mental harm. Got it. She raises the agave incense in her hand, the amber glowing brighter and redder. To the 2 clients, the laid-back air that set her apart from the city has vanished, replaced by a sharp decisiveness rare for someone her age. Have you figured something out?
Perhaps.
Maybe. What did the last exorcist say? Most of them said the only solution was some expensive warding tools, but none of them worked. The worst was when my papa bought half a warehouse of corn kernels from a fortune teller. Those kernels didn't tell us anything at all. It hasn't gotten any of us closer to this ghost's identity or purpose.
Can't say it isn't creative.
I told you, extras were all frauds. Oh, I'm sure Renee didn't mean to offend you, Senorita Ramona. Me? I didn't take it that way. Good. As you know, exorcists are quite popular these days, and many of your peers are sensitive to criticism. Public opinion matters, especially for someone from an exorcist family. The journalist pauses meaningfully, her eyes locked on Ramona. You're trying to test how I feel about this stuff, Senora? Why, you are perceptive. Sorry, habit of the profession. I'm not a parrot. I'm not gonna say what you want to hear. Sorry. Sorry. The simple metaphor seems to have done its job, leaving the journalist momentarily silent. Interpreting the awkward silence as a setback, Renee starts to grow anxious.
Mama!
Mama, you're getting off topic. You're right. Let's get back to the exorcism. To get to the point, these spirits don't care one bit about public opinion.
Besides,
And if public opinion could sway spirits, we wouldn't have so many problems. Ha! You're funny.
gracias.
Thanks. Not a lot of people get that about me. Time to get started. If you're scared, you can wait outside. Let's step out, Renee, for respect's sake. Come out now! Your gaze fixes on the corner of the ceiling where several spirits drift. Disturbances around them are violent, not gentle ripples, but the thrashing of someone drowning. Not a usual state for a spirit to be in. Blows lightly on the agave incense. The smoke spreads, revealing the trails of the spirits to her eyes only. They came from outside. Then, are they attached to this house, or seeking revenge on the residents? She lights a candle with the ember and releases her arcane energy through it, testing their reaction. Spirits only grow more agitated and even trying to snuff out the flame. Using to talk, then purification it is. I'll send you away and end the suffering of being trapped here. Okay. Use the directional pad or swipe the screen to remove Ramona. Start by approaching the ghost over there. When Ramona moves and makes contact with the ghost, it will be purified. Use tools to help with purification. Place candles will trap any... Oh, I see. Okay. Well... Oh, I put it... No, that's not what I wanted to do. Hold on. Oh, cool. I can just do that. You just... So you corner the ghost or trap it with a candle? By the still lake. I think the dogs are acting up. We just took them a bath, so I'm trying to get rid of the fleas. I think they're scratching or something. She opens the door, the bright sunlight dizzying her for a moment. The clients stand outside, anxious looks on their faces. You can get a good night's rest tonight. Just tonight? Or is that another one of your jokes? Spirits are complicated. I can't promise anything long term. That's enough for Renee. The girl looks exhausted. Let's not trouble her anymore. Ramona, would you like to join us for some dessert?
No.
No. Well,
Need some rest.
don't put yourself, dear. Exorcism must be tiring. She needs rest. I didn't say no. And the clients weren't just being polite either. The door shuts again, this time with Ramona as a true guest. Gosh, doesn't the air feel fresher? Not really. Probably just a lingering incense.
Want some nut brittle? Gracias.
Sure, thanks. Did you just move here? As expected, the mayor's chosen exorcist. You're the first to ask that question. The spirits tell you.
No.
No. No, Renee said she just started school 2 months ago, and I saw the housewarming carts on your table. I can't actually hear ghosts speak. The papers say you can communicate with them. There's all kinds of talk of people hoping to hear from their departed through you. That's because most exorcists claim they can do that, so people go assuming I'm the same.
Besides,
While we're at it, let me clarify that spirits aren't good or evil either. They've just lost their way in the mortal world. Once their energy runs out, they fade away on their own. I see, then allow me to give a proper response. We bought this house 2 months ago. For years, Renee's father's business struggled, and we moved constantly.
Mama!
No, you didn't have to bring that up. My dear, we have to be honest. We must be honest about our past. You can't still be avoided because we have a better life now. That's not what I meant. Senorita Ramona, I could tell the moment you arrived that Renee practically dragged you here, didn't she? Pretty much. Please forgive her, she doesn't want to move again. Every move means more lost friends and another difficult beginning. I imagine you understand that. Ramona says nothing. To Renee, those words sound like a provocation. After all, it wasn't so long ago that she said the very same thing to try and hurt Ramona. Mama, why would you say that? Did I say something wrong? No. Sensing the awkwardness, the journalist deftly changes the subject. By the way, about that card, it came from a partner of mine. The publishing house is running a call for essays about Mexico over the past decade. As a Mexicana myself, I have some thoughts I'd like to put to paper. I care deeply about this land, and I want my words to enter public discourse, but my own observations aren't enough. I need to learn more. From people like you, for example, your silence could be a powerful entry point for an argument.
No.
No,
I'm
just...
not really a fan of small talk.
Mama, stop talking about work. For the first time, Ramona begins to understand the source of Renee's often irritated nature. At the same time, Renee begins to understand why Ramona keeps to herself.
I'm sorry.
Alright, no need to be upset, Renee. Got some ideas I need to jot down. I'll be in my room. You know I didn't invite you just to let Mama interrogate you. You're just so famous these days and she happens to be in a slump.
I get it.
I know. You wouldn't think that far ahead. You're pretty cutting when you want to be, you know. The herbal scent in the air fades and the mood cools with it. I heard you live alone with while your parents travel the world. Not everyone has that kind of freedom.
Free.
Freedom? Actually, my parents are like yours, always trying to get people in on their profound truths. They write to you a lot, don't they?
Oh?
How'd you know that? Oh right, you were following me. I was not. Completely ignored me at school, so I had no choice but to come to your house. Did I really? What do they write about? I'm not prying, just trying to move on to a new topic. Now tell me to behave better at school and to cozy up with important people, that's about it. Well, you know my mama now. She's a famous journalist. That ought to be to satisfy them.
Hmm.
Yeah, as long as I don't have to be the one to tell them. So they make it pursue things you're not interested in, too. Make me, I guess, but they've eased up lately. How did you manage that?
It only took a few attempts at running away from home.
Eventually they gave up. It's actually a good idea.
Renee.
Renee, I should go. No need to pretend we're best friends, yeah? Renee stands and glances toward her mother's study. Her sleep-deprived mind is swirling with historical events, sparing no attention for a small friendship forming in the living room. Settling
Hmm.
for a job, right? Mm-hmm. Renee hands an envelope of payment to her. They're like two children playing adults. The absurdity makes Renee laugh. See you out. It's stuffy in here anyway. I want some air.
But
Alright, but... Stutters the girl for a moment, choosing her words carefully.
Renee, you
Okay.
seem different from how you were back in school. I'll take that as a compliment.
Aw. Uptown Mexico City. They don't remember who first brought up the future.
If you don't want to be a famous exorcist.
After graduation, my papa can find you a job. But first you have to tell me what you actually want to do. If I could choose, I'd do something where I can be alone.
For example.
Maybe a gravekeeper. Okay. Renee stares at her stunned. You really are something. Gravekeeper to suppress evil spirits? I mean ghosts? Thought your indifference to everything but ghosts was just an act. I never thought you actually enjoyed this sort of work. It's just quiet. What do you mean? I actually don't mind being alone too, to be honest. I'm not gonna lie. But I also like being around people too, so it doesn't really bother me. What do you mean? Ghosts don't expect things from you the way people
It's
do.
an honest life. One that's usually free of trouble. Doesn't sound all that nice.
My mama told me about a philosopher who moved to a lakeside to escape the city, but he didn't stay for long. Yeah, most people prefer the hustle and bustle. She suddenly stops walking.
But
When life becomes still, there's something pure there. It's like I'm weightless. Really? I only feel that way when I'm dancing, though dancing is rather exhausting too. But I know what I want. I want to be a famous dancer and tour the country. Might even send you tickets. Mm-hmm. She doesn't take it seriously. She doesn't think Renee will even remember her by then. Those with exciting, busy lives don't want to hear the same ghost stories over and over again. Yo, what's up, dude? Howdy, howdy. How's the grind? It's going. We're about halfway through the story right here. Remy convinced me to summon for the new character, and we somehow got her actually. She's actually a busted poison character. Poison's actually meta again. Ghost tricks. Wait, how's it going, dude? Morelos district? Ah, you're at work, huh? Gotcha, gotcha. When would a normal person actually hope they had work to do? Only when something even more troublesome than work has shown up. She holds her breath and quickens her pace, hoping to shake off her stalker. Task harder than any exorcism. Ramona! She pretends not to have heard. Ramona, stop avoiding me, would you? Familiar figure steps into view. Ramona stops.
Renee.
Am I stuck in a time loop or something? This is the 4th time you've hunted me down in the last 2 weeks,
Or-
Renee. You sure your family isn't hallucinating?
It's not an illusion!
Or hallucination or anything. The evil spirits are back. What do they want? Are they just hell-bent on tearing flowers apart and breaking jars? Ramona, can't you try talking to them? If they have demands, we'll do whatever we can to meet them. I told you before, didn't I? I can't talk to ghosts. I can only sense them.
Forget it.
Forget it, something's off.
Something's off.
You haven't gone and bought any more warding tools, have you? Those often have the opposite effect. Nope, not a one. If what you're saying is true, it sounds like you're constantly bringing them forth. What? Renee looks vacant. Clearly she needs more sleep. Mama says if this keeps up, we'll have to move again. I don't want to lose the friends I just made. Ramona, I know you... Suddenly 2 figures appear at the end of the alley. Not allies. Not enemies, but familiar shadows from the living world.
Am I seeing things? Or is that Ramona?
Is this the same dude from before? What the heck? Am I seeing things, or is that Ramona? She's not alone. Senorita, you're not from this neighborhood, are you? Did Ramona take control of your body, of your soul, and bring you here?
She doesn't look so good.
Exactly, a classic sign of possession. Universal looks really good. I wonder how Immortal's gonna play. Yeah, because I remember they had like leaked some of his gameplay, or at least his outro and whatnot, from what I remember. I'd say he should have a bit of a resurrection ability. That would be really sick, actually. Yeah. Maybe he revives with like, I don't know, like 20% health or something. Like once per round he comes back with like 25% health. Actually, you and I thought like the same thing, actually. Pretty close. Unless it's an overkill. Makes sense to me. Yeah, it actually does. But yeah, Universal looks pretty busted. I might have to pick her up and whatnot. I gotta like take a look at a more in-depth look at her kit though, and see what's up. Everybody's like releasing like all their fighting game stuff like right now for some reason. Like we just got stuff for like Fatal Fury, Street Fighter, Invincible. I forgot who. There was another one. Forgot already what the other one was. Everybody's like like showing their characters right now for some reason. And Evo's not even. Or Evo's like in a week or so. That's gonna be fun. We're gonna have to watch that on stream. Or Evo and whatnot. Or at least the final day will be like an all-day thing. Their back and forth chatter mixed with the sounds of the waking city coalesces around Renee like the commotion created by those evil spirits. But she doesn't hate the noise. Unlike Ramona, she knows enduring it is part of the life she wants to live, and she's willing to act on it. On that. So childish. Yeah, probably because the summer is here, kids aren't in school and playing games. Ugh. Yep. She leaves Ramona's side and faces the 2 young men alone. What was that? She said we're childish. I heard her the first time. Oh, sorry. You've never actually encountered an evil spirit, have you? What are you talking about? We've dealt with ghosts since we were kids. A few freaky going goings on aren't enough to spook us all the way to an exorcist door. Really? Because the last time you ran out of that abandoned building, you looked more scared than a pair of mice running from a kitty cat. What did you say? Say something. You're the one who told me to be quiet. People who really face spirits wouldn't waste their time mocking others. That's why you wouldn't understand how important exorcists are to those of us still in the land of the living. And here I thought you'd say something original, but it's just the same old line from the newspaper. I'm excited though with all, like, again, with everything the Evo happening and whatnot. Hopefully we see some like cool new indie fighting games and stuff like that, and then some of the announcements for the games. Maybe we'll see stuff for Street Fighter, for Tekken. We're definitely gonna see stuff for Rivals of Aether, the next character. I'm curious. At least I feel like that was like the best place to like show it off. They're finally there on main stage for like the first time. You know, show off the next character, man. And then 2x KO's there. I don't know if they're gonna show anything 2x KO. They just dropped 2 characters, Senna and Thresh. So I don't know if they're gonna show anything. If they do, again, that would be a prime spot. Like, so I don't know. Wonder who it's gonna be for which game. Yeah, maybe they'll tease it. For 2xKO, dang. That is impossible to guess because I think they already mentioned they don't want to be doing arcane characters right now anymore. I think they got the feedback that, you know what, no more arcane characters, at least for the time being. So, sadly that means, like, Heimerdinger is probably not going to be in there. If they ever do, what's his name, Singed, he's not going to be there. Victor... that other girl that's with Noctis, the lady, I forgot her name. So yeah, I don't know. But they could do, like, I don't know. I think if they ever put Ribbon in there, Ribbon would be badass. Again, any of the Shadow Isle characters or Ionia characters would be cool. If you want a cool, like a crazy technical character, you could put what's his face, that Phoenix guy that controls like the sand puppets and whatnot. I forgot his name, but yeah, he's like insanely hard to play in League of Legends. What's his name again? It starts with an A. League of Legends. Champions. Oh, I remember. Azir. I don't know. You could put like... You literally could put so many characters. There's like hundreds of characters. So I'm not sure. Who's the big fish guy? Like a mobster? Oh, Tom Kench? Yeah, that would be fire. That would be really cool. If they put Tom Kench in there. He's actually bad. He's actually the one... He was the last League character I played before I quit. Actually. Like, actually, he was like literally the last one I played. He was my main back then. Alongside Dr. Mundo. I think eventually we'll see Zed. The guy that looks kind of like... I think like having Zed and Shin in there, they're basically the they kind of basically resemble Scorpion and Sub-Zero. Oh yeah, I'm from TFT, right? Yeah, Mundo would be crazy. Yeah, they could do it so like, dude, again, like they literally have stuff there ready. You just need to like choose which ones. I think that's probably like one of the hardest things, deciding which characters are super, people want to actually play. Obviously, making the characters is difficult too. Yes! Okay. Someone agrees with me. I actually think Poppy would be... She's a Yordle. She's a Yordle. But she's a tiny character. Having tiny characters with giant weapons is such a cool, like, archetype, dude. It's so sick. Her with her giant hammer. Holy shit, man. I would... She's actually a character I would actually, like, imagine, like, having fun playing. And Zach, dude, Zach would be fire, too. Yep. They have so many, like, opportunities to make the most badass characters. They just need to choose the right ones. They have so many badass League characters. Like, it's not even funny. Like, it's actually crazy. They have hundreds, almost... I don't even know if they hit the 200 mark yet in League. Like, the amount of characters they have. They have so many. I know they already stopped making the... They kind of, like, slowed down on the champion making process. I don't know how many they make per year now. They used to make a lot of them, but now, like... They slowed it down significantly so they could, like, make sure the champions are good and fun and whatnot and unique. Instead of, making them generic and stuff. So... But, yeah. Definitely a lot of characters to look forward to. I'm glad they added Thresh. Thresh seems to like, kind of be bringing a bit of life back to the game from what I'm seeing. I'm seeing a lot of hype around it right now. And then Senna looks pretty cool too. Like they both like synergize with each other. She looks sick too, actually, funny enough. We'll see what happens though. They could choose a lot of characters. I would like Riven. Riven seems like she has a giant like energy sword or whatever. They could have... I forgot his name. That one mobster. That one, like, gangster dude also. That, like... All he does is, like, literally punch. Like, he's like a roundhouse type of guy. He's literally just a gangster. I forgot his name. I need to, like, take a look. After I'm, like, done, like, reading with this, maybe I'll check out some of the 2X or some of the League characters and see like who would be badass. Because I need something to do after I'm done with this. But anyhow, let's get back. That was a quick little intermission talking about League and 2XKO. Yeah, I know who you're talking about. He's part of the Syndicate characters. Here, let me see if I could find him real quick. Let me see, deny. I could find him really quick. Actually, Aatrox would be very cool, also. Damn, they could literally put whoever, man. Dang, imagine Camille and Cho'Gath in the game. Holy moly. Ooh, you know who they need to put? 100%? Fiddlesticks. The Twin Fates. I'm not saying Twin Fates is him, but he's another one who comes to mind. Fiddlesticks would be very cool. Gangplank. Graves. Hecarim. Gwen. Dude. Irelia. Heimerdinger. Jax. Holy crap. Jin. Katarina's gonna come to the game. They already had a thing like that. They had a gameplay segment for her. Kane's gonna come eventually. Okay, that sounds wrong. Kane will for sure be in the game. I would love to see Kha'Zix and Rengar too. Lee Sin, the blind monk or whatever, dude. Damn, they could choose. Miss Fortune will be in there too. I could see Master Yi be in there. Mordekaiser will 100% be in there. Or even like Renekton and like Nasus. Olaf would be badass. The new Nunu. Oriana would be badass. Poppy. Dude, where the heck is he? Oh, his name is Set. His name's Set. That's who I was thinking about. And then Shyvana would be sick also. They could make so many. Okay. Anyway, now let's get back. I'm going to leave that in the video still. So if you guys want, if you get this far, again, just like fast forward. My bad. Quick intermission. Just talking about League and TXKO and some fighting games. Anyhow. Huh? And here I thought you'd say something original, but it's just the same old line from the newspapers. Ramona, you don't actually think she's defending you, do you? She's like the rest, just saying what you want to hear so she can use you for whatever she needs. All those evil spirits you made up for money, they're lies. I never did that. Your colleagues did. And go well on them. Exactly, coward.
Renee.
Let's go, Renee. Huh? Where? Your place. Aw. Living room? The room feels heavy as the clients wait in silence for her answer. Ramona, do you know the cause? I checked. The spirits are in the same state as before, like the same ones came back. But the purification last time should have worked? Did I miss something?
Perhaps we can try to interpret the symbolical meaning behind their behavior.
Oh?
Symbolical? That's what I was saying. Like, what are they doing specifically? Like, they're acting like children, right? Like, what did they do in their previous life to be doing that? When I write, I use symbolism to assign meaning to historical choices in a way that makes them feel almost inevitable. Paper airplanes they throw could symbolize social change. Social change? Songs, the living, flowers, I'm not sure, but perhaps returning souls. The only thing that's still troubling me is the shattering candy jars. Could they represent gunshots rupturing through the past? Mona shakes her head.
Some things are easier for spirits.
No, senora, some things are easier for spirits. Don't only mix you up to keep interpreting things like that. Perhaps Papa was cursed by a business rival, some kind of black magic? Tear rolls down Renee's... I was thinking maybe one of them's cursed, actually. Or maybe it's the items in the house. If they have any of those totems or whatever. Tear rolls down Renee's cheek. Don't worry, dear. Senorita Ramona will handle it.
Sorry.
Apologies, she's been unusually sensitive lately. Sensitive?
I think
Likely just adolescence. At her age, emotions are unpredictable. She's been ever so restless, emotions all over the place. Adolescence, emotions? The words strike her with a sudden insight, untangling the knot in her thoughts. She's lived alone so long that she forgot to consider emotions when dealing with spirits. Senora, take Renee to the bedroom. I'll handle this. Oh. Purify all ghosts. Wait, what? What was the incense used for? Can I use the restroom? I already did. Oh, okay, well. Summoning Spring. Living room? Purification proceeds smoothly. The lost spirits depart once more. The corners clear and the smoke trails settle. She takes the incense stick. The amber dims, leaving only fragrance. It's done. Took you longer than last time. Yeah, I was trying to understand why they keep coming back, but I came up with nothing. Senorita Ramona, I'm confused. What? Papers so you can intimidate and control spirits through arcane skills. Some even claim you can train them if you so desire. But watching you, I see that you approach things with caution, not with the kind of power they describe. Are the papers exaggerating, or are you hiding your strength? Mena wants to avoid the question until she catches Renee's searching gaze. She never told anyone the secret. Because of it, she has endured troubles both internal and external. But she can't keep running forever. Perhaps this is the moment to begin. Actually, those are lies told by my parents. I can't control spirits. All I've got is a little talent for sensing and purifying them. What? Feels the mother's and daughter's shock and the twinkle of excitement in the journalist's eyes. Excitement that burns.
See.
That's the truth of it. My parents are con artists. The exorcist family, the special bloodline, my fame, it's all marketing. They played you all for fools. Some people even defend them. Yeah, you refused to cooperate with their lie. For that exorcism, many called you a fraud. There was no trace of purification in the building. It just looked like any other abandoned place. The crowd quickly lost interest. If there's no flash, no pizzazz, then things disappear from the public eye in an instant. I heard one investor even withdrew for funding. I know, but the truth is there were no spirits in that building, and I'm not a liar. You mean you intentionally left no evidence so that people would expose you? As usual, she stays silent. She never meant it as an act of noble resistance. She just followed her conscience. I always thought there was something profound behind your silence. I suppose it turns out the reason was simple. Like I said, things really aren't that complicated in the city.
The truth can be found in things other than words.
An interesting perspective. I should write that down.
No!
No, Mama. She never lied to us, and this is a private conversation. Alright.
I'm sorry.
Forget my eagerness. Let's go back to talking about the spirits. That's what I was thinking too.
On the other hand,
Hey, at least you're more open-minded than I thought. Just please, don't go publishing our chat on the paper. So in the eyes of a teenager, I'm not completely beyond hope after all. Mona relaxes. Like I said before, spirits aren't inherently good or evil. They're drawn back to the living world by certain things. For example, family. What do you mean? Are you saying those spirits are our ancestors?
perhaps ghosts don't follow the rules
But they're not
of the physical world?
buried anywhere near here. Perhaps ghosts don't follow the rules of the physical
It's
world?
not about the ghosts. It's about you.
Renee. Two pairs of eyes turn to Renee, and she suddenly feels an inexplicable fear. Fear of being seized, of being erased. Fear that it is not her own, and she has to hide it.
Renee.
Renee, if I've got it right, some kind of arcane power is awakened in you. What? Your arcane energy draws spirits to you. Far as I can tell, one of your ancestors belonged to an ancient house of song, or was an Aztec priest, maybe. That's why you left to dance the Jarabe Tapatio? In older times, dance was a way to communicate with spirits and gods. Ramona, you're not pulling my leg, are you? If I'm right, There's a spirit residing within you at this very moment. Not a common thing. Ghost stories call it possession. That's why your personality's changed.
Getting goosebumps.
I'm not trying to scare you. This is the first time I've seen it too. It was drawn to you and merged with your body, revitalized in a way, letting it completely mask its presence. That's what's been calling the other spirits here again and again. That's literally what I was thinking. Like, one of them might be possessed. Renee, those repeated destructive acts, they remind you of anything? No.
Perhaps.
Or maybe I should call you a ghost, yeah? She raises the incense stick and for the first time turns toward a living person.
Ilusiones apartados. La verdad se revela.
No. She awakens. The arcanum in the host bloodline is too weak for her to even see clearly. She makes out only scattered lights and two shadows, instinctively knowing they are two living people. Someone speaks near her, but she cannot hear the words. Renee? Thank goodness you're awake. Senorita Ramona, why isn't she saying anything?
It's confused.
It needs guidance before we can leave. Calming fragrance reaches her, soothing the stabbing pains of her memories. Hand rests on her forehead, dry, warm, and the burning sensation fades.
Este lugar, este instante, revelado ante mí, mostrado para mí.
She hears the incantation like a ringing bell, the scent of flowers drift in the breeze, and she feels the warmth of a spring afternoon. In her memory, she was sick, feverish, the doctor's white coat swayed before her eyes. Familiar figure entered the bedroom carrying flowers. Who is that? She's shaking. Is the evil spirit hurting her? Is it attacking her soul? No, the spirit's lingering consciousness is affecting her body. Renee's reaction is so strong because that fragment of awareness carries powerful emotion. She feels surrounded by fragrant smoke like a warm embrace. She remembers the one who brought flowers was her father. He was always busy then, rarely able to stay by her side. The bouquet is set beside the bed, crumpled, wrapping, making a sound like rain. That long suppressed longing tries to burst into words, but the sounds jam in her throat and her body trembles. What's happening, Renee? Renee! I don't know what it wants to say. I cannot see or hear it clearly. She has no way to answer the feeling. She trapped in silence, cannot speak. Okay. Together forever. Together, together. Spell around Renee slowly stabilizes, at least proving the possessing spirit means no harm. Let me finish a desperate phone call. The journalist pushes the door open. Any progress, Senorita Ramona? Nope, until I know its identity, I can only comment. I just spoke to an exorcist I know. She said you can erase it with a purification circle. Yeah, it was a regular spirit.
On the other hand,
But this one's emotions are intense. They're already affecting Renee's mind. Forcibly separating it from her might give her psychological trauma. Is there another way? There is. Then why aren't you doing it?
I'm sorry.
Sorry.
We need to identify it first.
Then I'll guide it to the land of the dead through the ritual. Land of the dead, you've seen it. Nah, not seen it, but during exorcisms, I can faintly sense it. Spirits that remember who they feel relieved when they depart.
On the other hand,
Those that forget struggle, their pain causes way more trouble and damage too. I see, I understand your concern now, so what can we do? If you don't mind, I wanted Renee to summon the ghosts again. I may not be able to hear them, but they can sure communicate with each other. And the way they gather, I can figure out their relationship. Oh, I suppose I don't have much choice but to trust you.
I need your help too, Senora.
Of course, this is about my daughter. Do you know who owned this house before? Or you? I can find out. I'll contact the agent who sold it to us. Mona looks at Renee, her client, and know the very thing she must purify. Yo, welcome back. Having confirmed that the possessing spirit cannot speak through this body, she knows that the limits of her ability aren't the reason for this silence.
On the other hand,
Still, I want to know what you are trying to say. Crosses the incense, ash, and sketches a circle on the floor. Not for purification, but for summoning. For someone who can't hear spirits, it's risky.
verdad revelada, disfraces disipados.
Outside, insects continue to chirp. Deep nostalgia swells inside her as if this ordinary day belongs to a distant past. The resonance is stronger. She cannot leave the house, not with this illness bringing her dizziness and nausea. She feels lost. She wants to call her father like always. Patient with only enough strength to ring a bell. Song suddenly echoes through the living room, mournful and familiar. They're back. Gust of wind scatters the ash, sending Ramona stumbling back. The banished ghosts have returned. Petals and paper airplanes swirl, and glass trembles like ice under too much weight. Ramona senses the spirit floating in the ceiling corner, quietly watching, somewhat weaker than before.
It's not aggressive.
At least it's not aggressive. Mother rushes in with new information, this time unconcerned with the state of the room. I found out the former owner was a businessman by the name of Juan Lopez. He got in financial trouble and sold the house 7 years ago. A colleague from the press found an article about him. He later moved to the Morelos
He
district.
committed suicide 5 years ago.
An idea flashes across her mind. There are many coincidences in this world, and it takes an exorcist to read inevitably within coincidence. Is he the one possessing Renee?
No.
Nah, it's not him. No. Nada. Negatory. The hymn carries the blessings of ancestors, wishing her a speedy recovery. Spirit rides a paper airplane, leaving Mexico City, across northern plains, southern mountains, and over the ocean to the far side of the world. A game of smashing candy jars that ran through her childhood. Flowers laid out to look like the sun every day of the dead. She liked these things. She once forgot those joys, and forgetting it made her weaker, so her father spared no expense, bringing her music, flowers, and games. Senora. Didn't Senor Lopez have family? I don't know, the coverage in the news was just a single line. But we need more if I'm going to crack this. Don't these pranks feel like something parents would do to try to cheer up a kid? Like the letters and photos Ramona's parents keep sending her. What? The two converging concentrations of Numa, I feel, aren't fighting each other. And there's only one possibility. The one attached to Renee is Senor Lopez's child. She missed her father so much she called him back to the land of the living. Incredible, Senorita Ramona. Why are you crying?
It's just a disturbance in the Numa.
The school, Senora. Your connections, it should be hard to find a student list from 7 years ago, right? There weren't a lot of girls' schools in Mexico City then. I can do that. I'll wait for the news. Find out as soon as possible, yeah? Renee can't stay like this for long. Mother rushes out of the room. Circle on the floor is already distorted, and the forcibly summoned spirit has nearly exhausted its energy. Thankfully you're not hurting Renee. Girl sees her father turn transparent again, leaving to repay debts, compete with foreign merchants, and keep a failing business alive. She is too young. She feels nothing but longing. She doesn't want to stay here anymore, doesn't want to endure this loneliness. Just hang in there. The buzz on the incense stick sparks flashing as she pushes herself to keep the Numa stable. Found it.
Her name is Bonita.
She left school due to an illness.
Bonita.
That's a nice name. Places her hand to Renee's forehead again.
Las mentiras se desvanecen. La verdad se desvela.
So here's another incantation shorter than before, but it seems to make her sight clearer. This place is new, not her old room. Strange fragrance fills the air, and a gentle, unfamiliar girl's face comes into view. A look of pity on her face. Paper airplanes glide, flowers whirl, and glass shatters. They lead her memory across a bridge, welcoming her arrival. And in the low, rushing wind, she remembers her death.
Bonita.
It's time to go, Bonita. Purify all the ghosts? Dang it, let me... Run as fast as you can. It's too late. A new life for us. Living room? Another woman invitation. But this time the exorcist hasn't come for work. Truly owe you for what you did, Senorita Ramona. You really put into perspective how precious even an ordinary life is. You already paid my fee, you didn't need to invite me over. Haha, you haven't changed a bit. Renee's fully recovered, she wanted to thank you in person.
Mama!
Mama, don't exaggerate. Classmate has returned to her overconfident self again.
Renee,
Still hearing ghosts in your head, Renee. What? Is that another one of your jokes or
don't
something?
even think about scaring me.
An arcanist doctor my papa knows examined me. I won't be extracting any more ghosts. There isn't even a hint of uncertainty in her voice. Yes, Renee is much better suited to dancing.
Ramona,
I heard you turned down Senor Javier's request. He was offering a lot of money. Yeah, don't want the attention. Besides, I'm not the only exorcist who can purify the spirit in this place. That's all very well, but if you keep hiding like this, one day everyone in Mexico City will forget you. Sounds perfect. You. Now, Renee, we didn't invite Senor Ramona here to rile her up. Give her the gift you prepared.
gift?
Gift? It's not a gift, it's the payment I promised you. The rest of it, I mean... Property transfer contract rests in the folder with the key beside it. You've already paid me what you owed. The work I did isn't worth anything extra.
They're being stubborn.
Mama said you'd collapsed from exhaustion after helping me, so please take it. It's yours already. We argued for ages about what you'd like. Finally, we settled on a remote cemetery. Settler looked like he'd seen a ghost when he... Oh, is that how she gets it? That's cool. Settler looked like he'd seen a ghost when we told him what we wanted it. Too bad the ghost in me is gone now. Nice one, Renee. Anyway, there'll be no one to bother you there. You can avoid your lying parents and live quietly and honestly just as you wish. It's already decided, so just take it, alright? Otherwise, I'll come to your house myself and...
Gracias.
Alright, I'll accept it. Thank you, Renee.
Stop that.
Stop.
We're not friends. You got that?
She takes the folder and, with it, steps into her future. That was nice. Uptown Mexico City. Before you leave, there's something I need to tell you.
I'm not going to finish writing this book.
Why? It's embarrassing to admit, but when I was writing it, I focused entirely on imagery and metaphors. It's as though I lost my passion for pursuing the truth.
I feel ashamed.
Really at my insincerity. Still much about Mexico City I don't understand, just like how you can't hear spirits. And you were right. And once I stopped listening to the noise outside, I finally saw what was hidden underneath. I understand. Just don't do it with regrets, yeah? Like Renee doesn't regret losing her arcane skill. You're right. I have a lot to learn from you and Renee about being at peace with myself. Adios. Adios, senora. The cemetery now. Yet another day of the dead, Ramona arrives at her future home with candles and flowers in hand. She is making preparation to move in soon. The name and epitaphs on the tombstones are worn by time, but still readable. Spirits drifting here have long been forgotten, unable to pass on. But it's... Oh. But it's not too late. Still some remain, not yet lost to pain and despair. She arranges the candles and flowers, setting up a small
I
altar.
remember you. Bonita.
And Senor Lopez and Bonita, they return to the world again with new lives. With her preparations complete, she begins guiding the souls onward.
Abraza la luz. Hacia las tierras más allá de la muerte.
Die. Flames flare in an instant and petals lift into the wind, rising toward the night sky. Her rebellious face came early, forcing her to face the questions who she was and what kind of life she wanted. During the long period of solitude, she neither retreated to a lonely lakeside like a philosopher, nor immersed herself in a bustling city like a performer. She simply drifted like a ghost. But in the end, she made her choice. Either live among the living or live among the dead. No, this is my good life. Oh. An officer in a black uniform arrives to inspect the Vigil's Bureau's new contractor. Unfortunately for her, there isn't even a spare chair for her to sit in yet. Oh, Black Ibis. I have to bring you a housewarming gift, Miss Ramona. Say a chair and a table.
Gracias.
Thanks, but no thanks. I only just left the clutter of my psychic family. I'm good without any more stuff. Think of it as running away from home, but indefinitely. She calmly continues organizing her few belongings. The officer, quickly giving up on inviting her to the office, leans on the doorway instead. Alright, let's get to the point. Mr. Ramona, you've handled a great deal of arcane disturbances with impressive results. In fact, I hear that even the most influential figures in Mexico City come to you in hopes of uncovering the secrets of the night. With skills like that, there was no need to list your defect in your file.
Boss.
I'm just being honest, boss. Pausing and looks seriously at her superior. Do the Vigils have a problem with the fact that I can't hear spirits talk?
Are you trying to fire me?
No, nothing like that. This is just a follow-up visit. I'm new to the branch, so I need to understand my future partners. I'm going to study as her superior for a moment. Satisfied, she resolves to trust her. Actually, I don't think of it as a defect. Different exorcists have different methods. For me, not hearing spirits is an advantage. Just like the living the dead lie too. I've heard of many exorcists being misled by what spirits say.
On the other hand...
The living or dead, the traces they leave behind always lean toward truth. And with that, I can uncover those fabricated secrets and truths buried by time. Impressive. It's no wonder the city's elites want to meet you. Your skills are exactly what the Vigils needs. She closes her folder, signaling the end of the inspection. That's it. Made yourself perfectly clear. No need for me to pretend to take notes. Wait, boss. I have a request.
I'd
I'm
like
listening.
to keep some secrets of my own, if you don't mind.
So you send people to find me. They gotta go through some steps first. Exorcist stuff. What steps? 2 steps. First, spin around 10 times with your arm out like an elephant's trunk. Then whistle the tune of La Llorona. I'll come out. There's some deeper meaning to that? I mean, in exorcism terms?
No.
I just made it up. So you don't want to be disturbed. Understood. As they talk, Ramona gathers a thick stack of letters and tosses them straight into the fire. Letters from a friend. Had a fallen out? Friend? They're from my parents. Your parents, I see. Then I'll treat this as another one of your secrets.
Gracias.
Appreciate it, boss.
If that's not too much trouble for you.
I'll just use the bureau's address from now on. The mailman can deliver them there. I won't read them anyway. Sure, once you officially join, you'll have a desk and a mailbox. That's the real reason you came here today, isn't it? You got me. Wouldn't want to miss out on a new talent.
I don't like the idea of being a vigil.
Contractor's life is just right for me. Love commitment. Besides, I've never been good at dealing with beings that talk. Fair enough. The Bureau can develop a partnership model as well.
Thanks for your understanding.
Boss, I gotta go. There's a job waiting. Adios, Ramona.
Adios, boss.
So she eventually joins the Visuals then? I didn't know that. Cool. Let's see if we could complete these other ones real quick. The little mini games. I really don't know what the incense stuff does. Okay, well I got both of them. Candle trap? This one's kind of... Where would I put the trap? Oh, this little butthead. I have to do that. Okay. 1 incense smoke. I really wish I knew... I'm just placing it there. I got 1. Oh, that stupid thingy, man. Ah, it's not gonna get caught. Where do I put this thing, then? I mean, it seemed to work over there. Let me put it there and see what happens. Oh, you punk. There we go. Nice, we got them all. That was pretty quick. Not bad. Anyway, I think that's gonna do it for this one, for Ramona's character story. Yeah, it was pretty fun, man. Again, this one, there's some of the stories that are pretty self-explanatory when you're reading it. Like, there's not much to talk about, in my opinion. I do like the fact that it did show us, like, how she got her cemetery and whatnot. I think that's awesome. Yeah, I mean, I think that's about it. I mean, what else am I gonna talk about? Like her parents or something? Or the other kid? What, Renee? And whatnot? I don't have anything really to talk about, to be honest. It's cool seeing Black Ibis, I'll say that. I didn't know that Ramona was part of the Vigils Bureau. Or it seems like she's gonna be, or she is. But yeah, I think besides that, I think that's about it. But yeah, if you guys, we're gonna leave it off on that. Appreciate anybody chilling or hanging out, whether it's on the stream or watching back on the video on YouTube. It means a lot. But yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comments on the Whirling Blooms, Ramona's character story and whatnot. Did you guys enjoy it? Did you guys not? Let me know, and I'll catch you guys on another one, man. Take care. It is.